Never thought about it that way.
Hey, welcome to ZSR. We got some NMG League matches for you. Today we got Pichu versus Doc. Very exciting. Commentating today we got Sean and Meowski, and they will take it from here.
Hello,
Yo,
everyone.
I'm
How you doing today,
Meowski. That
Meowski?
is, I'm good. We keep talking over each other. I'll go first. I go first. I got the object that allows me to speak. I'm Meowski. This is my co-host, secretly a sliver, aka Sean, and we're here to commentate the, I think Hyrule Castle bracket, or is it Kakariko Village bracket? Pichu Tenyu versus Dr. Earworm match. Oh, we're starting in 13 seconds. Okay. So, everyone, get your popcorn out.
Oh no, I forgot to make popcorn.
Oh, okay. I can cover for you while you make popcorn. Don't
I
worry.
guess I guess I have 6 minutes of escape to do stuff.
True. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the racer names. Pichu Tenyu and Dr. Earworm are here. I don't know if we ended up announcing that, but okay. 30
I
seconds.
did, but
Tech
it's
smash.
we can repeat the names a few times just to get the branding out right. But yeah, so this is going to be a really exciting match. These two are very close in terms of PB. Dr. Earworm has a 131.11, and Pichu has a 131.05, which is, I mean, 6 seconds apart is just, basically the same, like, PB, right, in an hour and a half run. Pichu notably actually PBing by like a minute to get that PB a few hours ago, actually. So, showing that she can just whip out a PB at any point. Nobody's safe, right? Absolute gamer, yeah.
Yeah, and Dr. Earworm's PB came as his NMG League submission, and his race, I believe he had a race yesterday, but sometime over the weekend, at least, he got a result pretty close to that PB. I think it was within 10 seconds. So
I want to point out, Dr. Earworm
there.
Did a really good job dealing with those guards in like the courtyard of Hyrule Castle, right? There was if you're like cutting the bushes and the guards kind of get in your way, you want to, like, on the last slash, keep holding your sword out and then poke the guard to get out of the way. So Dr. Earworm, knowing how to deal with that, just kind of professionally deals with that. Very nice to see. Doc's race was against Blue and it's less than 24 hours ago, so Doc's also fresh.
Yeah, so both of these runners actually just recently went through the mentor program that we hosted here on ZSR, and they were actually in the same group as well. So
yeah, both of them being taught by PH112358. So I'm sure he's very proud to see them, just get PBs all over the place and just kill it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Pichu PB'd earlier today, but she also got one Friday, Saturday, something like that. So
yeah, very recently.
Yeah, she's been killing it.
All right, Dr. Earworm, I think miscounting on the slashes a little bit, but other than that, it was like a pretty clean 8 slash.
And Pichu did the one pot. I don't really know the one pot all that well, but I don't think you're supposed to throw the boomerang the wrong way.
Probably a little bit of a time loss, but I mean, both these runners are still neck and neck, 3.5 minutes in. I expect this to be a close race, at the risk of jinxing it, right? A lot of back and forths. Usually in this bracket, like, you can't really say it's over until it's over with how, deadly Ganon can be and with, just endgame in general, how hard that can be. And also the mid game and also the early game. The whole game is just out to get you. It's a hard game.
Yeah, so this is the Kakariko Village Division, which is the one of the lower divisions. I don't remember if it's the lowest or not, but yeah, like you see a race in like one of the upper divisions, you're a lot less likely for somebody to just randomly lose time somewhere because the consistency is just so huge. But like in this, like you said, anything can happen. Somebody falls on hammer jump and then like somebody's ahead for a while, and then somebody misses spooky, and then you know it just kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Pichu getting the we're starting to call that the med kit, that pot heart over there in escape to try to get through here more safely. I don't think either of these runners are going to have an issue getting through the rest of escape. We might see someone get down to like 1 heart, which, you know, wouldn't be the end of the world because that does save on lag frames at on the transition to the Eastern Palace segment. Yeah, being at 1 heart actually like a little bit good. Although usually if you get to 1 heart, it means that you have, you know, gotten hit kind of in ways that slow you down. Oh, Dr. Earworm got... Oh, no! Yeah, the boomerang always loves picking up anything but the key. Dr. Earworm, on the other hand, got what we call God Rat. So the rat went right and just was in the perfect position to get picked up. I think Peachy's on 1/4 of a heart.
I think she is too.
Okay. Like, so scared. Alright, be careful of that rat.
Oh no, okay.
Oh my god, okay, she
fine.
was on half. I was wrong, she wasn't on 1/4. Everything's fine, and we're gonna get like 70 frames of lag reduction, so you can maybe see the difference in text speed left to right. It's actually a very like great visual representation. Text is going. All right, yeah, get Sandcart. Thankfully, this refills all the hearts. I think Doc is a little bit low. Yeah. So if you get too low going into that screen, that guard goes to the left, and you have to like boomerang him or slash him to get around. Pichu, on the other hand, entered like a little bit higher, so the guard wasn't in the way.
And
Pichu
like,
having... Sorry.
Looks like Doc's getting to the easy RNGs and Pichu's just getting blocked everywhere.
That may be true for now, but we know how fickle this game can be. Oh, I'm actually super worried for Pichu. Yeah, 1 hit from the Octorok, and... Okay, she's playing it really safe. I think she's in the clear now, unless she gets hit by like 2 cannonballs.
Is this spoiler or... Oh, yeah, so this is not randomized, this is the vanilla game. Yeah, Rando will have 4 digits in the rupee counter, not 3. Plus, you can just see it runs a lot faster.
Both runners having a good Stalfos room. I think the quick kill there is really cool. You kill the Stalfos before they're even visible. I like to think that they're wearing like the Harry Potter invisibility cloaks and they're like going to get you, but since we speedrun the game, we know where they are, so we just kind of jump them. That's, you know, not really how it works game mechanics wise, but we can just pretend.
I was gonna say maybe they're just all wearing magic capes, but then you wouldn't be able to do damage to them.
Thanks for the Rage Scoople. Hope the rest of LADX was fun.
Right.
Uh-oh. Alright. Pichu actually backing that up like pretty quickly. So both runners are able to get through big key damage boost room without too much of an issue.
Yeah, so what happened with Pichu there, you actually have to wait on the switch until your iframes run out, and then that's when Link hits the switch and then immediately takes damage afterwards. She just stepped off a bit too early.
Those Popos are really out to get Doc there. Like, just the worst RNGs on all the Popos that I saw. Pichu having a little bit of an easier time.
Yeah, it's very rare that someone will just get horrible RNG and it actually makes a difference in the race. It'll usually, like, there's so many points of RNG in this run that they usually just all come out even at the end. Oh, a little too early.
Yeah. I think she'll just be able to line them up and... Okay, yeah. We made it through. I didn't see anything from Doc's end because I was focused on the disaster on the left. What looked like a pretty solid Armos. Okay, Pichu killed the wrong Armos. So we're gonna see honestly like a pretty quick kill still, but almost ran out of arrows too. I don't know. She keeps backing these up like pretty well.
Yeah, it looks like Doc didn't get any drops or didn't collect any drops, so he's also... the runners have one arrow between them.
That's crazy. Yeah, you want maybe a little bit more at this point.
Yeah, so in a perfect world, you're gonna go in with, I believe the minimum is usually 22, and leave with 4, but we have some backup arrows that we can collect throughout the game.
You can go in with 18, right? Because they just take 18 to die.
Well, they take 18 to die, but like with all the arrow drops that we get, and then the number of arrows that we use, it's I think the minimum number is 22.
Oh god, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Usually.
I mean, I guess you could miss 4 arrows somewhere, right? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you could just not pick up the initial pot.
And then maybe get to there with 7. There's actually a 17 arrow backup in case you go for the gamble where you skip that pot, which is sometimes valid for like Master Sword runs, but it's a little bit hard. And also hard to remember if you don't usually do that.
Alright, we got some book learning.
Go to the library. I like how the speedrun promotes literacy.
You know what? Shout out to your public library. I don't think
Oh,
they get
yeah,
enough
true.
love.
They don't. Yeah, you don't want to slash the guy up there. You can just dash through him, it's fine.
Pichu's down a couple of hearts here. I don't anticipate that making much of a difference, because everything in this next dungeon only does half a heart, so should be fine, but
I could
Something
see
to
a
note.
world where she tries to, like, she gets down, maybe gets down to, like, 2 hearts, 1 heart or something, tries to get the heart pot in the really long room where there are, like, 2 BMOS, you know what I'm talking about? Like, before torches. And then gets, like, lasered for her troubles and then dies. Or almost dies or something. Like, I could see that maybe being an issue. I think she's... I don't know. A little bit
Well,
worried
if it
about
is,
someone buying the Landmos, but
if
probably
it is,
not going
then
to be an issue.
we know who to blame then.
PH?
Try
Yeah, getting the
5.
2 hearts... I'd much rather get the 2 hearts before Landmo than, like, try to get any hearts from that one room. PH himself. PH, how do you feel about your 2 students duking it out? PH says he can't lose. No matter if he wins in the end. There are ways for you to lose. Don't speak too soon, buddy.
Ah, see, there we go. It's all about mindset. Proclaim victory.
So true, Vortex. Alright, I doubt we're gonna see spin speed here. And for good reason. You know, we don't want someone hopping off a ledge in the middle of the race.
I don't think anybody's ever done that before.
I don't know if I've seen someone do that before. Unless it was me, I might have done that. Probably just in a weekly or something.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It hasn't happened to me in so long, I forget how much time it loses, but it's like 40-something seconds.
Alright, Pichu actually somehow... Where did she get the heart here? Because she was at 3 going into the dungeon.
Yeah, she was. I don't remember where she picked it up, though.
Pichu somehow figuring out heart pot strats that I don't know about. Alright, we got Landmos. I disagree with doing 3 in the first Landmo, but it does work out very well for him.
Yeah, I saw him practicing that earlier, and I noticed that he does do the 3 in the 3 in the first Landmo. It's a nice, yeah, it's nice when it works out, but if it doesn't, then it's really punishing because you can just get in a perpetual misfire state.
Mm-hmm.
Not anything to do with the game. I mean, like mentally.
Yeah. Yeah, good fight for Pichu as well. I think she was... I might have miscounted because I was looking more at Doc's screen, but I think she was about to get a 3 cycle, and then the last land was short hopped and kind of robbed her, and then she got like a 4. So honestly, like pretty solid for both of them. Definitely demonstrated like really good understanding of the fight.
Unfortunate that pickle's in the way, but that happens so often that we have...
Might actually be for the best, because Doc was like... Yeah, Pichu did the same thing right there. Doc was like not aligned with this slope correctly, so he might have gotten pixel boosted and then like had to redo it like Pichu did over there. Pichu also... Okay, that time... That second time it was because she pot slid the bush pickup. Oh, okay.
Okay, we're fine.
We're fine.
Everything is fine.
So if you don't know, so we do here, we don't have the flippers, so we can't, it's illegal for Link to be in the water. So if Link gets hit in the water, then the cops get called, Link gets arrested, the game soft locks. So at that point, since this is a no save and quit category, there's nothing you can do, the run's over. You know, for like speedrun purposes, right? For race purposes, like you're allowed to save and quit to, I think Sanctuary. It like, you know, it loses time, right? But it is a disaster.
Yeah, so Pichu actually wouldn't have soft locked there because she did the fake flipper from the other side, but still would have been annoying. Yeah, so if you get hit on the same screen that you entered the water on, even if you've transitioned the screen, if you get hit on the same screen you entered the water on, it doesn't soft lock. It just puts you back where you jumped in.
I did not know that. Interesting. The more you know. Alright, I think Pichu's gonna save a little bit of time to not having a spin speed fiasco there.
Yeah, Doc gave it a couple of tries and then said forget it. And
honestly, like at some point, you know, good call to just like give up on it and just move on with his life, yeah. Sad rock.
I talk to people a lot about
rock frog talk. Sorry.
I talk to people a lot about like you got to know how much time a trick saves and how much it's worth going for it and how much like you're willing to like stand there losing time versus just saying forget it and walking.
We are zooming, Agent Fuzzy. This is a speedrun race between Pichu, Tenyu, and Dr. Earworm. They're doing pretty well. Pichu's a bit behind on her splits. Dr. Earworm is like about -20, so he's definitely zooming. But they're both like around the same, you know, definitely like within the range of PBable, plus within the range of this being able to go either way. Pretty sure Doc has a big PB coming. I wouldn't doubt it. Peach has been on a roll recently, and I think she's got another PB or two in her. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a double PB race.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. You just have a wizard that may have opinions about that. We need to get past first.
Oh no! Oh, okay. That's. Oh, she can just go right back up. That's, you know. At least she doesn't have to switch.
As anybody who has played this game knows, the run after a PB is always a disaster. So.
Still could go either way. I mean, you know, like getting middle hold, I think evens this up. Not to put that into the universe.
So Dr. Earworm,
don't dash
had
in there.
The chance. Dr. Earworm had the chance to kill the Kadongo. I don't know what drop he's on in that pack, but like that Kadongo has a chance to drop arrows, which Doc kind of wants right now. And he's on 9, which is like
fine. He can just get the arrows in the cave. Good fight.
Yeah, I was just saying there was a chance that you wouldn't have to worry about that.
I have to say this every time I see it. Do not dash into the Moldorm pit. Do not dash into the Moldorm pit. Stop doing it. Looking at you, Dr. Earworm. Who was it? Mook on a stick recently. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna not call him out because he's learned his lesson, right? But he dashed in, got bonked back to the platform twice, and then got bonked into the hole. That's what happens. That's in your future if you keep dashing in there. Just walk up. Just hold straight up. Get in there. It's fine. Don't dash into the pit, please, I'm begging you. Algo, no, bad. Don't mislead them. PH told you to. PH, what are you doing? This is PH's fault. Also, good fight from Pichu. I didn't see it because I was blind with rage.
Now I want to post that office meme of I'm going to dash into the Moldorm pit even harder now. Oh, that's... Okay, so Doc isn't doing 3 rupees, but not being at full health for Castle Tower is still not ideal.
Yeah. Having beams really, especially if you know all the beam strats, really, really helps. It's probably more important here than like almost every other split. So the reason that happened is because he entered the screen low, which is like one thing, but also like started that dash really low. You want to be like lined up with the bush at the top in that screen.
Yeah, I was told to always nudge off the last pixel of that bush.
Yep.
Just to make sure you're high enough.
Pichu's showing us how it's done.
Rip arrow drop from the bird.
Yeah, that is sad to see. Pichu has 53 rupees. You never see that. That's an insane amount.
Yeah, and she left 25 on the floor and escaped too, so she's gotten a lot of drops.
How do you have... Where... How?
I have no idea.
I have never... This is beyond just drops. This is insane. I've never seen anyone do 3 rupees and be this rich at this part of the game. Like, literally never.
I've had 62 here before.
You've had 62 here?
Mm-hmm.
She got the 100 in Eastern Palace and then spent half of it on sports gambling.
Oh no.
I see, okay. Shoutouts to what's the sports gambling website? Like the big Hard Rock sports gambling bets on your phone.
Well, hold on.
Which now sponsors ZSR.
I was gonna say, let's see which one's gonna give ZSR some money.
ZeldaSpeedRuns sponsored by Hard Rock Casino Cafe sports gambling app website. There we go. I've set it in motion. Now we just gotta wait for the check.
Right, so Doc didn't get any hearts here, so we're just gonna... Oh, you need to charge your sword before you start tinking it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so...
Doc just wanted to tink more.
Okay, just be lucky. It's better to be lucky and then good.
I don't think Doc cares about TR drops.
I don't know. I think he does.
PH says I've taught them well. Alright. Ooh, okay. We're gonna see a harder strat from Pichu. Nailed it.
Yeah.
We're gonna sneak in this room.
I don't know if she has enough arrows to be doing arrow strats in that room, actually.
She can do... Nah, should be fine.
The arrows are more important in the red guard rooms, so I would, if I'm here on 7, I usually just
You only need 4 in spear guards. She'll be at 1, she gets to 6 for pod, and then just don't miss. Ooh, that bat. Did not leave her alone. Good recognition that she was gonna bonk there. If you like nudge the torch there, you're gonna bonk. Alright, okay, well she does miss 1 arrow. She does miss 2 arrows. Oops. You might have been right. But she backs it up pretty well. Not a big deal.
Oh, so Pichu, the point of pre-menuing to the boomerang is to have it available to tink against the wall to alert the guards to get you a better pattern. If you're not going to do that in that room, then I would recommend saving your menu until Circle of Pots so you can see what RNG you get.
Yep. Yeah. You're right. All right. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of, who haven't seen a speedrun of this, Link to the Past speedrun generally, you know, has some RNG in terms of like small time losses across the board. You know, kind of a law of large numbers type thing, right? You kind of have to like figure out best like average case scenarios for, or like maximizing for average case in a lot of rooms. The exceptions are Ganon warps and Aghanim blue balls. If Aghanim, and he hasn't done this yet, right there, that's a blue ball. You can't reflect that at Aghanim. That means he has to do an extra cycle. That's he's at 2 blue balls now. That just is a static time loss, not based on like skill at all. So Dr. Earworm gets 3, which is about a 24 second time loss. Pichu, has she had any yet?
I don't think so, but I think that's only the 3rd shot.
So this is the great equalizer.
Never mind, I can't count.
3 is the average, that's correct, yeah.
Yeah, 3 or less has a chance of something like 60-ish%, something like that.
It's about a third for less than 3, about a third for 3, and then about a third for more than 3. I think statistically 3 is like a little bit more likely than the other 2, but... Oh, okay. Did that...
It was a blue ball anyway, so it's fine.
Are we sure? Because I'm pretty sure if you like hit Aghanim, then it forces a blue ball.
Is that real?
I feel like that's the case, but I don't... I might be smoking crack here. Live on ZSR comms. I'm insane.
Yeah, so the maximum number of blue balls that you can get while still hitting him with all of the forced red balls is 15, which would be, oh god, how much time loss is that? 2.5 minutes, 2:35, something like that. It's not impossible to come back from. Oh, and the only thing worse than 15 blue balls is 14 blue balls, because 14 blue balls has the exact same odds as 15, but there's no special club for 14 blue balls.
14 has happened once. 15 happened to the same person twice, which is crazy. You'd rather have 14 at this point? I mean, you're kind of right. 14, you know, empirically has happened fewer times.
So I've been told you spent way too much time studying the monkey and how it jumps.
I did not check Kiki hops for Dr. Earworm. Can we tell?
It was like on the high end of small.
Gotcha. Okay. So Kiki hops in this community are sort of like reading the tea leaves, right? If Kiki jumps, I'll show you when on Kiki's screen right here. Yeah, that was a big hop right there.
That's
Kiki's
a big hop.
yeah. That's good luck. Small hop means 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah, so
Just
Kiki
like a
hop
crazy
is
thing for April.
Kiki's hop height is determined by our seeded RNG, but like there's no way that we can read it or do anything useful with it. It's just a fun thing to look for during the cutscene.
It also has 0 bearing on how quickly you can enter Palace of Darkness. Like, it literally has no bearing on anything other than, like, you know, I don't know, fortune telling, your star sign or whatever, astrology. It's basically astrology. Alright, coming up on Hammer Jump here. 1 pixel, there we go. That's the pixel that Dr. Orb needs to place the first bomb. And needs to get on the right pixel for the second bomb. I think we're pixel high. No, I think we're good.
Yeah, we were fine.
Yeah, misread that. The screen's a little bit small.
He just forgot to menu to the mirror, so just had to do that extra menu there.
First try, exactly. Yeah, pretty, you know, fairly clean hammer jump. That's probably the most borderline case of glitches in the no major glitches category in this game. I think Pichu did that a little bit early. Uh-oh, where are we going?
The red beetle was past the flaps, so she had to reset the room to get him out of there. Otherwise, he just stays there forever. He's trying to get at you.
Because, yeah, what happened is, like, later on you hit the switch there, but I think Pichu got a little confused because you go to the same rooms, like, a bunch of the rooms, like, 4 times, you know, in a row and do different things, so it's easy to get confused. But, yeah, she thought she was later in the split. I was a little bit worried that she like, realized she forgot to get, like, a small key or a big key or something and had to go back, but that's not the case, thankfully.
Yeah, I was watching out to see that the big key chest had been opened, and it was, so it's just resetting the room. You wonder how these tricks and speed stuff get found. Well, this game is 35 years old, and also we're a bunch of nerds, and one of our community members hacked the game so that we can use save states and such to practice these rooms, and that practice hack has a room timer. Oh yeah, and Yuzuhara also.
Yuzuhara exists is, I guess, the third answer. Did Yuzuhara find hammer jump, or was it Crystal that found hammer jump? I feel like it was Crystal, right? That got found by me? If only. That would have to involve time travel. Probably Tasser, maybe Tampa. Or Hammer Yump or whatever. I don't know why we call it Hammer Yump, but, you know.
I always say Hammer Jump, just because I don't like Hammer Yump.
I feel like...
Yump means something specific in the Mario community, so I don't want to...
Oh, really?
I don't want to say something that's wrong.
Interesting, okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so we bastardized it from the Mario community. Got it. I just assumed that it was like a mean-spirited way of making fun of someone's accent, which like isn't really cool, but it's honestly better than what I thought. It's called okay, so it is the first thing that I thought. Oh, okay. This is yeah, okay. Yeah, that I think if she didn't get hit by the fireball, like, there was a good chance she was going to get hit by the tail. Because Helmasaur was doing fireballs and the tail at the same time, and was, like, walking away from the corner. Maybe not mean-spirited.
Wins in a fight, Link or Mario? Luckily, there are, what, 5 games that can settle that debate?
The real answer is...
Are there?
My Link would beat any of your Marios in Melee. Including Coin Chaser. Alright. Pichu trying to recover from the helmet disaster, but honestly, even now, like, this is still anyone's race. I mean, Cold Stare Death, you know, puts Pichu solidly in the lead. Like, a lot of big, you know, oopsie daisies could happen to Dr. Earworm that hopefully won't happen, you know, that could, like, even this up.
Yeah, so a boss death is the easiest way to get back to even, but like it could also just like snowball. Like
True, yeah.
sometimes one thing goes wrong and then you end up just losing a second or more on every single screen. That adds up.
All right, Pichu so far having a really clean refight, showing us. Oh, okay. We call waits for, because when you hit the mask off, when you break the mask, it can despawn a fireball once Helma's shooting a fireball. So she very smartly waited to see if Helma was going to shoot a fireball, and then he didn't, and then she finished and counted to 21 in French. No one has ever tilted into Oblivion in NMG. Exactly. Nobody's... Yeah, 21, I think, is what it is. It's 20 and 1, I guess is the literal translation. Okay, so for context, baseball, Pichu's French-Canadian. She, like, will, like, count the hits out loud. You need 21 hits to kill Helmasaur. Yeah, okay. Well, Helmasaur is a little bit French if you think about it. I can see him in a beret and a mime clothes, I don't know. Striped shirt.
Yeah, counting out hits on bosses is very important.
Yeah, it's really easy to like be really focused on everything else that's going on, and also, you know, panicked from like being on PB pace, and then you miscount a hit, and then all of a sudden you're like off cycle for Ganon, for example, even though all you have to do is count to 3, right?
Doc taking a fire snake to the face. I think he was just a little bit too high. Kind of want to nudge off that block in that room to put you in the right spot. And those Gibos were very mean.
Yeah, Doc played, honestly, given the RNG that he had, Doc played Hellway really well. It's like, I don't know if you could have, I don't know if I would have played that any better. Probably worse, if anything.
Unfortunate to get knocked by that grasshopper there, and now Doc's a little light on bombs.
Did he get toilet bomb? Okay, we can do this, Pichu. Come on.
he probably will once he gets there.
Uh-oh. We're having a time here. Okay, we're just gonna go around. That's fine. That's fine. That's definitely a room worth practicing. Okay, Pichu's have a little bit in shambles, but I think, yeah, I think the mental damage, the emotional damage from Helmasaur is like compounding a little bit. So I think, honestly, like, you can probably mentally just kind of reset during the flute cutscene and say, okay, made a few mistakes, but that's, you know, like, that's independent of how well I'm going to do. Like, let's just pick it up, you know. I don't know. She's got a lot of experience with like different like random modes and NMG and other stuff, so I think she can probably pull through.
Someone give her a Thunderstone. Well, that's Pikachu that evolves through the Thunderstone. So what we need to give Pichu is a bunch of friendship. So everybody send your friendship to Pichu.
You need 252 friendship.
I think it needs to be max. I think it just needs to be high. I think it needs to be like 216 or something like that.
I cannot believe I got fact-checked on that, but you're probably right.
Okay, that's fair, Fox.
That is not fair. We know what you meant. Don't backpedal here.
I was just going for the wholesome friendship comment. I didn't. Oh hey, let's find a script.
If I'm gonna get fact checked on friendship numbers, and Fox is gonna get fact checked on the Thunderstone thing, and he's going to accept it without backpedaling. Good blind from Doc. Sure you did.
Oh boy. So yeah, Pichu just just ran into the Zazak and somehow got out of its hitbox before its iframes ran out.
I think
that was
did
impressive.
she frame roll through the fire, or did she get hit?
Well, she didn't get hit, or else she'd be down 2 hearts, right?
That is true. I think that goes in the frame roll Hall of Fame. So yeah, for context, because there are people who are like kind of new to like NMG speedrunning, right? Damage gets calculated every 4 frames in this game. So if you like really quickly can go through like a hitbox without like, you know, you being overlapping with that hitbox or like a thing that hits you in one of those frames where it gets calculated, you can just not take the hit, which is like can be relevant in some rare circumstances. You can also like help try to force that by like pausing in the middle of that. So pausing kind of, you know, resets the frames. Well, not resets the frames, but like you can pause on a frame where it like you would get hit, and then unpause, and then you have like a few more frames where you wouldn't get hit, if that makes sense. I'm not explaining this very well.
Yeah, I'm not super versed in the specifics. I just know sometimes you run through stuff and you don't take damage, and the reason is frame rules.
I have select buffered through half of an entire boulder on Death Mountain, only to get hit by like the other half of the boulder.
Nice.
Now
every now and then I'll see people doing silly things with frame rules that can never really be done live, but it's fun to just do it sometimes.
Love me my corrupt Strat Hub golds, or Strat Hub like bests or whatever records. All right, we make it through the conveyor there. Yeah, so the reason we get Tempered Sword here, by the way, from the dwarves. Oh, Muffin's Dash is it saves time in like all of the boss fights to have the Tempered Sword. You technically don't need it to finish the game, but it saves time in all the boss fights up until Ganon. But the Ganon fight is just so much faster that because of that alone, it's faster. Well, not because of that alone, but because of like by that point, that's what makes it faster.
Yeah, I think if it was just the bosses on the way to Ganon, it wouldn't be worth getting the Tempered Sword. But since it speeds up the Ganon fight that much, it's worth going all the way down and doing that whole journey.
Yeah, I heard recently you can actually get to like finish GT faster in low % legacy, where you skip the Tempered Sword, but you know, the other thing you said. Pichu did she skip the Thieves Town arrow chest or arrow pot?
Yeah, she's a 21 because she got a 10 drop and a 5 drop from the second time through Mimics, so
all I'm seeing is we need to blame PH.
Oh, that okay. I wasn't sure whether that bomb was actually gonna blast him across or not.
It was a little bit low, but I think yeah, definitely worked out.
Yeah, and then you fall into the pit there because then you get invincibility frames or iframes, and then you can just walk right through that ropa to the right of the entrance instead of having to slash at him.
I think even without that, it's like a little bit faster than bonking over to get to the front, right? Although I haven't really timed that out. This is definitely a time it yourself moment.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I did time it at one point, but I don't remember what the results were. Okay, interesting. Doc did a full walking version of Joe Mummies. Normally, you see a couple dashes in that room, but
it looked pretty safe. Probably lasts like a teeny bit of time, but not like a big deal, you know. As long as you can get through those rooms without losing a ton of time, I think it's probably fine. Those rooms being like the really difficult, like forever practicable rooms, like that or like any Mimic's room. All right, a little bit worried about. Okay,
Moth's kind of being a jerk though.
Moth was, yeah.
It's kind of on that.
Oh.
Okay.
Was that? Did you? Okay, that wasn't just me. I think Discord might have just pooped itself there.
Yeah, possibly.
We're all good though. We're all back, right? Baseball. I think so.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened either, but everything seems fine here.
All right, I think it's fine. So I think what would have made the fight like a little, despite the like obviously Mothula did not cooperate, right? But what would have made the fight a little bit like safer, more consistent, easier is getting the double hit at the beginning of the Moth fight really big. If you like have any inclination to practice Moth at all, just like honestly, I would focus almost exclusively on just getting the double hit consistently at the start, and then beyond that, that's like really the most important part. Like if you want to get nitpicky, you can also start like doing dash pokes when Moth's at the top and just kind of hugging the top spikes. That also helps. That'll get a hit in places where you otherwise wouldn't be able to get a hit in. But yeah, definitely a hard fight, very like RNG heavy, high skill ceiling, like a lot of fights in this game. Also just kill the freaking Moth, yeah.
Doc just won the lottery. GG.
Nice, good job. Wait, by won the lottery you mean didn't get hit or did get hit? Because I don't see any. I thought winning the lottery was getting hit.
This is the thing, though. It's kind of counterintuitive. Oh, getting hit equals winning. Okay, then he lost the lottery, I guess. Oh no.
Oh, Pichu, no. On the back end,
I think
DSR bot's having a little bit of a difficult time here. Sorry, go on.
Winning the lottery is getting hit out of bounds.
Oh, that's right. That can happen sometimes.
Yeah, so if you
hit you into the slope,
or if you have certain, I think it depends on momentum. When you hit a slanted wall, you can clip through it, and that's not allowed in NMG. But if it's by accident, usually you can just get back in bounds and continue.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would like reject a run over that. TBH. Oh, okay. Pichu's struggling with health a little bit. Let's see Moth again. Alright. So you need 4 hits with Tempered Sword. Fire Rod counts for half a hit. Oh no. The Fire Rod actually kind of like screwed her because it pulled Moth towards her.
the run invalid if you get knocked out of bounds? That would be a question for Fox or any other person on the SRC submission team. Personally,
if you just jump right back in bounds, it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's already a time loss, and it wouldn't be too much of a hassle. But okay, Check says it's still valid. I believe him.
It's the. I would bring it up as a question, and we decide as a group is the actual answer.
As long as
it's at the very least worth submitting and trying.
Yeah, as long as you're not like doing it on purpose to get an advantage from it, just anything like that. Like we can usually tell context. How do you get back in bounds? You just hold toward the lip of the mountain. It's like jumping off of anything.
You don't really get trapped in there. Yeah. Well, you might be able to get trapped in there, actually. Kind of depends on how, like, where you get hit.
I've never been trapped in there, but I mean, anything's possible, right?
I feel like I got trapped in the ledge when I accidentally fell off during Desert 2 spin speed, but I might be remembering wrong. Alright, solid IPBJ from Dr. Earworm. So that, like, doing the bomb jump there just completely changes the dungeon routing for Ice Palace in a way that's actually really nice. It's, you know, you go, like, basically just straight to the boss from here after doing a bunch of really cool rooms. Oh, we're gonna do... Okay, we're not doing rail clip.
That stair clip is cursed. Don't ever learn how to do that. Or do. I mean, if you want to, you can. Doesn't matter.
I think it can be consistent. It's one of the things where it takes a while, but it can be consistent, and it looks really cool. So there's that to consider. Yeah, Audio only knows how to do the rail clip, and he can do it pretty well. I taught the newbies well.
And one get away from him, but all right. So your prediction of cold stare death was wrong.
It was not a prediction. I said that's, you know, one potential way for this race to even up. I think honestly, yeah, good fight. I think the first spin might have been like a little bit late. Like he waited quite a while there. Although he did do a diagonal afterwards, so I don't know. That kind of changes the calculus of the timing, right? But I mean, you know, definitely worked out. Like got the double spin at the end. You know, solid fight all around. He was doing six slash until like 2 weeks ago. Thank you for teaching him something that isn't 6 slash. One poke is way better.
There is nothing wrong with 6 slash.
I mean, in my opinion, you can only really get to like so consistent with 6 slash, and with one poke, you can probably get to close to 100% consistency. I don't know, one poke is more of a time investment to learn, but it's better in the long run.
I do think it is worth it, but yeah, but 6 slash is easy, it's intuitive. Well, I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's at least intuitive. Like slash the thing until it dies, versus, you know, doing this little dance with poking and spinning and menuing and all that stuff.
Sauce on slash. True.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No, those Zoras don't die to 2 sword beams, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think there what you do is, Because I think he wasn't in a position where you could have fire routed, right? So I think there what you do is that you do the alternate dash where you want a menu to just kind of read the RNG once you get past the rock. If you see something like that, then you dash left once you get past the rock, and then you go down and you enter the warp from the left side. Definitely like worth doing if you want to be able to do that room consistently.
Alright, Doc's long swamping it. Love to see it. I'm sure PH is losing his mind seeing long swamp.
Where's the Tam emote? We need to stop long swamp.
Again, absolutely nothing wrong with long swamp. I don't know why people hate it so much.
Not to get political, but there is one best shopping route, and it is Zoomer shopping. Because if you so here's the case, right? It's basically the same as long swamp, except if you run out of bombs like here and can't go to Ether or can't go to Ice Rod Cave and have to like dynamically reroute it so that it's in Turtle Rock anyway, then your whole splits are messed up. So why not just do that every time so that your splits aren't messed up? Mic drop.
I don't think anybody's ever messed up their splits like that and then didn't PB for a year and a half.
That sounds like you're agreeing with me.
That felt oddly specific. Yeah, don't look at my timer when I do runs. Those two splits are definitely not skipped. No, I just do long swamp because like I'm gonna forget to do the ice route if I don't do it like with ether, and I can't get hook climbs to save time because I'm bad, so I just do it in the swamp split.
The thing about not getting hit by boulders is that sometimes there's no free will, your choices don't matter, and you just get hit by boulders anyway. Ooh, okay, that's a rough cold stare death. I think getting hit by the ice block kind of put her like off cycle for that.
Yeah, she was also standing a little close. Yeah, and
did we get a forfeit?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a pretty rough thing to come back from. I totally understand that.
Well, that in addition to all of the other stuff that happened, yeah, she was.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like probably 8 or so minutes behind. So I'm a fairly heavy resetter, so I can definitely understand just wanting to turn the game off.
That bar is so evil sometimes. He just hits you when you're dashing there. Dr. Earworm didn't even do anything wrong.
Return through center room.
What do you mean the return through center room? Do you mean like
Yeah,
the hookshot chest room? Top left to bottom left.
Oh, going back from the water lever. I mean, Yeah, you should dash there, but
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have to.
that. Yeah, you should dash. There are like a few like alternate strats in some of these rooms like that. You know, I've seen people do the hammer dash there. I've seen people not do the hammer dash there. Oh, not setting up the thing here.
Oh,
He
he just
still gets
raw
it.
dogged it.
Okay, yeah. That's
Okay.
pixel perfect to get that pot, by the way, with the hook. So there's a setup for it that makes it easy, but you know, if you're Dr. Earworm and you just land on the pixel, then I guess it also works.
Just hit the pixel forehead.
Just hit the pixel, yeah. Dash is pretty marginal, but I think faster. That's fair.
Pichu unfortunately died to, I think, every single Dark World boss, so she,
Didn't die to blind.
Oh, didn't die to blind, okay. But, yeah.
But yeah, had a pretty rough go of it, you know. Helmasaur seemed like it had pretty difficult RNG to deal with. Same with Moth. And then, you know, Cold Stare was like a little bit rough as well. I think maybe like dry fired on one of the shots and, you know, was like a little bit off cycle, got hit by the ice, and then didn't get the spin off on Cold Stare. It is the post PB disaster. She did literally PB by like almost a minute today, so I mean that's usually how it goes.
Doc just methodically getting rid of these puffs. So you actually want to do that menu when Argus is on the top third of the screen, so he'll jump up, and if you menu when he's on the top third of the screen, it doesn't freeze him in place. He continues to jump while the menu is coming down. So, but if he's still on the bottom there, I'm pretty sure he doesn't move when you open the menu.
Is it the
Can
top
save a little
third?
bit of
I
time
always
that
thought it
way.
was like as long as Argus has already jumped. I mean, I do it on reaction based on the audio cue of like him jumping. So he probably ends up on the top third by the time I like menu anyway. So you know that's like never an issue for me, right? But like, I didn't realize it was specifically the top third.
Yeah, maybe it's not the top third, but he definitely needs to have at least some little bit of height before it doesn't freeze him in place during the menu.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. I'll be getting 2 PBs in one day from both of these runners because Dr. Earworm minus has just been solidly green this entire time. Basically minus like 20 something since Desert is now minus 12. Oh no, we flew to the wrong place.
You had to say something.
A Flip says it is the top third. Okay, didn't know that. Thank you. That is not the right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
we need E3 here. That is on me. Yeah,
I don't know if that bird is tossable. Maybe it is.
I think you can barely get it from here.
I don't know if you'll grab the railing or the bird. Yeah, he just tried
Okay.
for it and grabbed the rail.
Are we counting bird toss attempts? I think that the spirit of the bird toss is still there.
Yeah, I think I'll count it. Like it was out of his hands. So
well, technically he could have had cleaner movement and then the bird would have been in a better position. So it was a little bit of a skill issue and a little bit in his hands. Bird toss is a little bit skill-based. Fun fact, but... Sorry to actually you, but, you know. The people need to know the truth about bird toss.
If you get blocked by the fire snake there, you don't have to dodge the shooter. Because if you get blocked by the fire snake, you have to do some amount of walking, and that amount of time will allow the shooter to do his fireball thing, so you can just dash straight down. Yeah, we got a 4 bomb drop, which kind of confuses me because that means we were, what, 3 or 4 drops into that pack, and you don't really kill anything in that pack except for the Sagila.
No,
Oh,
it was
I guess Stalfos are in that pack, aren't they?
Yeah, so it was the double Stalfos Knights, is 2 of them, and then the third one must have been a Zora. And then after that, I think, yeah, 1 Zora, 2 Stalfos Knights makes sense. And now we have all the bombs we would need, which is like, if you want to do, you know, turbo optimal menuing, a little bit of a detriment, but that's only gonna save like single-digit frames. What did Dr. Jerome say? Don't
What
look.
am I not looking at? Oh. Yep. I
didn't
saw
see
nothing.
anything.
I know nothing.
Actually, like, so impressive that some people are able to like type out full sentences in the transition between screens here, or maybe like 1 word at a time. I don't know how they do it. Oh, you want to dash through that door because that way it scares the Stalfos away. Fun fact. We go for the quick hop. I respect it.
Don't ever go for that quick hop.
I go for it every time. It's so cool.
Sucks.
It's so cool though.
FMG told me not to do that.
Well, I told me to do that.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure that was fast enough to hit Spooky.
I feel like the Samaria block was delayed a little bit too much after the dash dust, but we'll see. Yeah.
It's dead. Yeah, and Doc did say last night that he kind of struggles with that button combo that you need to do that.
It does feel weird to get it down, I guess. It's like 3 A presses and a Y press. Or I guess A, B, A, Y if you're Vortex and you're throwing the pot with B. We are still green. This is not WQ Vidi. That's all I'll say.
It's definitely not. Yeah, I think you can throw a pot with any face button. You just can only pick it up with A. Or maybe not X. I think you can still read the map when you have a pot.
This is PH Vidi.
EH Vidi.
All right, we make it through. Get a 2 cycle, which is like a little bit slower than PB, but still like, you know, solid pace all through. Definitely doable to get. I mean, for this position, you could probably get like a 130 something if I don't curse it too hard. Slash Legends need work. I think, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You have like pretty solid fundamentals all the way through. You've like held your own the whole time. Like haven't died, you know. Haven't really come close as far as I can tell. So like good stuff. Just, you know, few
It's still super doable from here. 744 TR is probably about what I would expect, but I can see the Ganon split is 216, and there's definitely time to save there.
Kind of depends on what strats he's doing on Ganon, to be fair.
think he does. I think he does lamp into fire rod and then baby triples, which
Baby triple,
you can still sub 2 with that.
Gotcha.
Deadrock wanted to be his friends.
We don't need to talk about Master Sword Cannon.
Yeah, so Turtle Rock is the last crystal dungeon, and then we will climb Ganon's tower and kill Ganon. Hopefully take less than 16 minutes, but it's gonna be around that 16, 17 minutes.
Yeah, so cool thing about this game, there's like a constant like kind of ramp in difficulty, right? So and also we skip a lot of like heart pieces and heart containers, and you know, we skip the red mail, the blue mail, like all the armor upgrades, right? So the end game pretty difficult. Especially Ganon's Tower, it's like just ridiculous what they're doing with some of the rooms. But because of that, you get to showcase a lot of like just cool strats and cool like ways you can get through the end of the game. It's really, really fun.
Yeah,
Except
and
Womp,
like
which is a joke.
there's like 1,000 different ways to do stuff. Well, not literally 1,000, but like there's a bunch of different ways to do rooms that all like have various advantages and disadvantages.
Once you get to like Gauntlet, for example, it's basically art. It's like so there's just so much stuff going on and like so many little like decisions that you have to make. It like it's so difficult to, I mean, maybe, you know, for some of the Gauntlet rooms it's, you know, pretty like easily flow chartable, but a lot of the rooms are just kind of very play by feel. Okay, this is incredibly scary. Chomps do a lot of damage.
I think that's why he just pushed the blocking god out of there instead of trying to do the speed strat.
Good job getting through that. Yeah, Chomp's insta-kill there, by the way. I think they do like 4 hearts, right? Or is it 3?
And a lot of other things do 4 also, like this pokey coming up.
Okay, so remember what I said before, that Dr. Earworm does not care about the fairy and TR? I'm gonna take that back.
Yeah, I think he does.
Oh, and then
no.
okay, gets the really
Bottom
hard
left.
RNG. Okay, deals with it like a champ. Nice. All right, now we got some health to work with.
Yeah, you always get that stupid bottom left RNG on PB pace. It's like, no matter how much I practice, it just never happens in a run.
You always get that RNG when you want the fairy drop. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you have to mess with the skull, which also does 4 hearts of damage.
Ooh, okay, accidentally pokes the pokey. It was almost like really well done. That was the get the magic.
Definitely wanted that magic, because now it's a little scary to get to the end of the dungeon.
Yeah, you gotta like not.
You have
How
to.
many shots of Samaria does he have? Like, is it 2 or 3 from here?
I believe he has 4 from here, but that means that you have to pick like where you're gonna use them. So you need 1 for the dark maze, but a lot of people like to use a Samaria block in laser skip.
Yeah, I expect Dr. Earworm to be doing that as well.
But then if he ends up using it for laser skip, I'm not 100% sure that he has one for the peg maze. I mean, he should. So yeah, if you don't get that magic drop, you have to kind of pick and choose where you use your Samaria blocks. Nice walking skip. You don't usually see that, but it doesn't. It's not any slower than the dash setup that most people use. Okay, so we did have enough for the last one.
All right, good job making it through that without dying.
So, but technically, since he drained all of his magic, now Doc only has 7 rod shots for Trinex, but you don't usually need 7. You usually only need 3 or 4. 4.
All right, minus 0.1 going into Trinex on PB.
I think that's a plus, but
or plus. Yeah, I meant plus. I'm stupid.
Sean, please, what did I do?
Okay.
Oh, I cursed it.
Dr. Iram, you frightened me by saying dang it right before like the end of Trinex because I was worried that you were gonna die there. You like actually jump scared me there. We had a little bit of trouble finishing up Trinex there, but you know, still definitely like PB pace depending on how Ganon's Tower goes. Looks like we have a... Is that an 801 PB or an 801 gold? Oh,
Like
those are all PBs. Okay, PB.
Looks like the 801 is the PB split.
Okay.
I don't think he has the gold on there. But like 8-minute GT, there's a bunch of time to save there, and like even at like 131 level, you can just like find a random 10-second save somewhere. 759 gold. Thank you, Doc.
I don't know. Based on what I've seen so far, I think Doc's capable of like at least like a 7-4x, low 7-5x or something. So this is definitely doable. Plus, I mean, you know, a lot of rando experience. Like usually, rando players are pretty good at the climb. Good hook dash. We'll hover to save the run. Does he have those? I mean, I know you're kidding, but you know. You never know. Some people, I mean, some people just randomly are god hoverers.
Yeah, some people just learn it right away. It took me, what, years? Took someone 3D printing a piece of plastic that spaced my fingers, so I stopped. Like,
oh, did you get a hover disc from DFS?
Yeah, I got a DFS Hoverator 9000.
Oh, nice.
It fixed me like immediately.
Tool assisted speedrun.
I don't use it anymore. I actually don't even know where it is, but it's on my desk somewhere. But yeah, it was a really good learning tool.
Use 3/4 taped together. Interesting. For a while, I used my thumb, like put my thumb between my fingers, and then I stopped doing that, and then I got good at hovering. Just kind of works one day.
Yeah, see, I tried the 3/4 thing, but like, it doesn't tell you where to put the 3/4, whereas the 3D printed thing just only fits one way. That's why that was better for me.
Ooh, okay, we're gonna get random bats here.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely random. We've spent a little too much time in this room.
I think it's the distinction is like once they do the lineup at the top is when they do random bats, but it might be like a little bit. You might be like a little bit earlier that that's the case because the timer still runs when you're in the next room.
All right. Nice and slow.
Right. Good, safe, consistent strats for Mimics 1 and 2.
Yeah, the last thing you want at this point is to lose 6 hearts to the Mimics and then have a big, real sweaty climb.
Nice, nice job avoiding the spikes. That requires like pretty clean movement. Yeah, it definitely shows. That's like not easy to do.
I learned the arrow strat, so now as a result, I'm bad at the other one.
Same. The arrow strat, like, as long as you actually get the arrow out, I feel like the margins are actually like not as tight for the rest of it. Alright, looks like we're gonna get like a 2 cycle here. Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay.
Kind of hard to see when the Landmo is gonna pop out because of the explosions from the other Landmo. Fine, we have the... Yep, okay.
I'm back up pot. Everything's fine. Maybe a little
Everything's
less
still
fine.
fine. Bonka S indeed. Alright, looks like
Yeah,
we're gonna fake powder, so...
Yeah, bonking there is really bad because if you don't bonk, if you cancel right before the wall, then it actually times perfectly for the laser to be like, I don't know, third to half the way across the room, so you can safely go up and get your magic. But if you bonk, then like it's harder to know what cycle the eye is going to be on.
Emotional support mushroom. Yeah, I also respect not menuing through the mirror, just in case you accidentally close the menu on mirror and it mirrors you out. That did happen to someone recently.
Yeah, it's a fake mirror, but it acts like a real mirror.
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, those were some angles.
Oh, okay. Same kind of pattern as before. It's a
Yeah.
better angle this time.
Yeah, so I don't really go for those diagonals in this fight. I just try to do like cardinals as much as I can, just because this game is actually pretty bad at calculating like reflection angles. So it will, like, when you hit an energy ball and it looks like it should take the trajectory back to hit him, sometimes the game like calculates it wrong and it doesn't.
Yeah, I think for the first one, probably like stand to the left of him and like hit the balls like into him, or stand like down, like just below him and to the right, and then kind of like bait them up and hit them, and then go down and hit them up into him. Or maybe even like, iframe off of him or something, deboost. But I don't know. Definitely like that's some like really advanced stuff, so I don't expect most people to be doing that. Did we get
Get one
to...
in. There we go.
Right, there we go. I think that was just barely 12.
Yeah, he had to eat a lot of bats there, though.
He had the health for it. Thank you, fake powder.
Thank you, fake powder.
How many warps is this so far? Like 2?
Something like that.
Not very many. And I didn't jinx it there. Alright, we're not going for the free hit, but I understand like kind of being nervous and wanting to finish it out.
Yeah, like, definitely prioritize Torch Glitch until you
For sure,
absolutely
until you're
know
like...
what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see him go for a spin like that, actually.
Going for adult triples here.
Oh,
I think...
spin?
No, that wasn't a cape spin.
Okay.
Just he just like barely got it. And good game to Dr. Earworm. Like pulled it through, had like a little bit of trouble in GT, was like green for most of the run, but had some issues with the end game. But that's very close to PB. Split say official time is 1:31:40. The split say 1:31:38. No torch relight. Oh yeah, that does save frames. But yeah, honestly, solid stuff all around. PH, you did a good job teaching this guy.
Yeah, did a really good job with Pichu too, but unfortunately she got her PB run a little too early.
Yeah, and it had the post-disaster run in the race. And we are joined by none other than Dr. Earworm. Hey, good to see you.
GG's.
Congrats on the race.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a little sad that it fell apart there at the end, but that's okay. I heard Sean mention like, yeah, that I knew I was inconsistent with the spooky, like the dust block timing, but it wasn't until I joined the No Logic Mentor tournament and I was trying to learn pushing that I realized I'm just absolutely I just can't do it. Like it's just a total crapshoot. I don't know what it is. So I think that's the next thing I got to really try and get down.
Yeah, definitely worth learning. And it shouldn't be like, I mean, once you put your mind to it and just kind of sit down and do the practice, it shouldn't be too bad to like relearn and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like really solid run throughout. I mean, being, like in the green for that long and like holding it together and not like really messing up until like the spooky thing, which is already kind of an issue, is like pretty commendable. Um,
Yeah,
how do you feel?
that was I mean, that was my best Landmo fight ever. So like, and that's always, I think, until that gets consistently better, that's always going to be like, if I have a 2 or 3 cycle Landmo, I'm just going to be ahead of pace and need to just hold it together.
Yeah, that was a really. I think we commented on the Lenma fight was like really impressive. You like timed the arrow shots really well. You got some good snipes. Really solid control. Um, I disagree with getting 3 arrows in the first
So,
Landmo, but
yeah, I didn't know that that was news to me
No.
when I heard you two talking about that. I didn't realize that wasn't the strat. So I will need to go back to the lab on that.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
typically
usually do
you want to
2
do
left, 2 right.
That makes sense.
yeah, 2 left, 2 right, 2 down. And the reason is you want to prioritize the last land mode because if you kill it, and there are like other reasons too, but like if you kill it first, then that makes the entire fight faster because even if you get like a 3 cycle and the third land mode is already dead, that's like faster than if the third land mode died on the third cycle. Um, and you can also like if you focus on the last one, there are a lot of RNGs where you can get if you kind of learn the patterns, you can get 4 arrows in the last landmo in the first
Nice.
cycle, and then you only have 2 more to deal with.
Yeah, that's huge.
But yeah, definitely very very hard fight. So like really sick that you had like all the fundamentals down and were able to get just kill him that quickly.
Nice. Yeah, and sad for Pichu, but super understandable to just be done at that point. Pichu, if you're out there, we will definitely need to run again. But I'm sorry, and GG's on your sick run earlier today.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I've been there before. I've like forfeit in league on a cold stare death, so
for sure.
it happens to the best of us, right?
I feel like unless it's like still somehow close, I can't imagine wanting to continue after the cold stare death, especially is particularly. It's just like, oh god, I don't even want to think about what the backup is here. So I super get it.
Not that anyone asked, but I always try to spread the word.
You just go to
the
swamp,
backup
right?
is you just go to swamp. You do all of swamp, and then you go back to ice, which is just disgusting.
Yeah, and like messes up your splits, and like no, I just
yeah.
Although at that point I might just turn the timer off if I was going to continue in a race. Anyway, yeah, GG's. I gotta get started on dinner, but thanks for the restream, y'all, and looking forward to the next one, which is the last one. Right, this is my first time doing League, not counting Hundo. So
Yeah, it's only 3 weeks, which is great. I think that's kind of the perfect length for this little thing.
Yeah, for sure. Well, GG's everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Dr. Earworm.
Yeah, and yeah, thanks for commenting with me, Meowski. It's a good time despite
Always a pleasure.
Despite the unfortunate run on the one side. But yeah, I guess we can throw it back to baseball, and she can tell you what else is happening tonight on ZSR.
That's me. Hi. Yeah, in about 90 minutes, as was mentioned in chat, we got another league match. That is Matt versus Fox. 9:30 p.m. Eastern. That'll be right here on ZSR. So come back, 90 minutes. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this race. Thanks everyone. Thanks Doc. Thanks Pichu. And thanks to our commentators Sean and Meowski. Yeah, I'm gonna send you over to Urok, who's doing some low percent, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen that before for A Link to the Past. So enjoy and come back in 90 minutes. Okay, bye.